Hello everybody and welcome back to new Eriador. Again, I haven't been recording in a few weeks because the last weeks have been busy, but that doesn't mean that I haven't been playing. As you can see here, I've got a new toy, Elytra wings, and those are so amazing. I moved to my new flat 2 weeks ago, and then last weekend I decided to do a little bit of a live stream in which I went to the end with a few guys, and we were looking for an Elytra for me because this is such a cool toy, such a cool thing to play with. I just had to get one now since we are having a big tower now in the farm area here where you can launch with your Elytra and just fly around the whole perimeter, which is just really cool. I like that, and I will talk about that a little bit later, a little bit more. But first up, we need to check something out, because here in the perimeter, when we were digging, that was even before I moved, this box appeared. If you're watching any other guys' videos of the new Eriador people, then you might know this already, but I haven't been showing this till now. There was this box. This was all encased in stone. You need to think about it like this. There was a stone wall up to here somewhere, and now we dug away up to there, which is crazy. People are digging like crazy, and Rika and I are taking part in that as well. Like up there, I think Rika dug a lot already, and as you can see, this has been dug out now already to the far wall over there, the first quarter here, and that is now how we might do it, because the smaller the circuits here get, the more tedious it is to follow the walls there, and so we decided to do it just in one go, just do it up to the wall there. But now let me talk about this here. There is this building appearing. It is the NEED headquarters. Due to construction, we had to move our headquarters to a new location. Visit us at NEED headquarters under the Lake 5, New Eriador spawn town. And of course, I went to spawn town and I checked it out. So here's a clip of me finding out about NEED. So if you remember, a while back there was the new Eriador animal treatment pillars popping up everywhere, which claimed that people weren't treating their animals really well and they should do something about it. And it has been going back and forth in our Skype group, who is NEED, and I think that I found the headquarters now of NEED, as you can see here, but it says NEED, we don't care about animals. It's the new Eriador accusation therapy. Alright, so this is the room of the therapist, as it seems, because here's the certified therapist, whatever that's called, and the patients list is there on the wall, and then over here it kind of explains what this is all about. It says, thank you for participating in our seminar, Accusing for Dummies, Make Your Friends to Enemies. Everybody passed the test with best grades. That is cool, but that means that NEED weren't about the animals. NEED was just about getting people to accuse each other. Looks like this is the truth, but who is the CEO of NEED that wrote all the signs? There's the tunnel, and this tunnel leads over to the entrance, and the entrance reveals who the real CEO of NEED is, who did all of this stuff, who did these shenanigans to the server, who placed those pillars that kind of brought everybody to accuse their friends to do that, who wrote the books. It's on the other side. Yep, it's me. I thought it's a cool idea to bring in some action to the server, to let everybody accuse each other, and so I pranked myself here with the pillar, saying that I'm not treating my animals well. And that idea was brought to me by a good friend a long time ago on our real Eriador server that we had. A while back when I didn't do YouTube, there was one guy on our server that always said, we are not treating our animals well, and then claimed that we should do that in a better way, and I thought, hey, that could be cool on here as well, and it really worked out so nicely. I wasn't thinking that people would accuse each other that much and that it would bring so much action to the server. So now that people found the place there in their videos as well, I thought it's time to reveal that. So I'm recording that pretty early, but I don't know when people will find that place. I will put some hints now around so people have the chance of finding the neat main office there, or the neat headquarters. And I think that that will be pretty cool when they find that and find out that I am the CEO of Neat, and Neat is not what it seems to be. I hope that people are not mad at me for putting up 4 blocks, a sign and an item frame in their bases, because that's all I did. I didn't do anything to their animals. I just placed 4 blocks in the bases, an item frame and a few signs, and that's it. So don't be mad at me for doing that. I think it really did the trick. So now let's go back to the episode. Also, another thing that I did in between episodes was helping Skid starting the iron farms. You might have seen it on his channel. If not, we did a time-lapse together where we were building those 3 farms down there, which was turning out pretty cool. I really enjoyed building those with him. And now we are starting to produce a little bit of iron, and there are more iron golem farms planned everywhere where you can see those sandstone circuits there behind me. That's where we want to place an iron golem farm, so we have tons of those and we don't have to build any complicated redstone mechanics to get those working. No items that need to be shot into nether portals, loading the world permanently, nothing like that. Just the basic old iron golem farms we are going here with, and we really like that plan, being basic. And I just wanted to mention that because you might want to see that, and the video is on Skid's channel, which you can of course find in the description. Also, I should maybe mention that my voice might get worse and worse throughout the episode, because technically I'm still a little bit ill, and so I have a little bit of problems with keeping my voice up, and I'm also streaming, which is a little bit counterproductive. So that might happen throughout the episode. But what I really wanted to show you is a technique with the Elytra. I've been seeing a video a while ago on a channel called Pi, and then a bunch of numbers like 3.141599262 and so on, which was showing a technique where you can fly infinitely using the Elytra, using a little bit of a trick with looking up and down in a 40-degree angle. The problem is that we don't have any coordinates here, just the chunk relative coordinates, and so we can't really do that. So that means that I had to find out a way to do that without coordinates. And you may be able to see, let me go to this view again, this line over there, the horizontal line I would call this. And this will help us in a moment. I think Rika is sleeping, so we can skip the night away, because in the night it's a little bit difficult to actually do that trick. But you can see it here now quite bright. And then the trick is to put it just above the edge of the screen. So this is at the edge of the screen, and just above I'm looking 40-degree down, and if I'm looking like this, where the edge is kind of in the middle of my inventory bar, I'm looking 40% up. And I could use a punch turbo, but I don't like the technique too much, because that means that you're hurting your armor, and it feels a little cheaty using that trick. Oh, now the Rick is sleeping. You can see the sleeping mechanics here on the server, so we have day in no time. And so I figured out that this is possible, that makes you fly almost infinite. Of course, you've got the limitation of your Elytra durability, but the cool thing about this is that you even gain height, which shouldn't be possible, just if you think about physics. Not possible, but let me show you. I'm starting off at the platform here, and now I will fly off. It's about 7 seconds, then I'm going down, and then I'm going up to the very top again. And we'll just fly over now to the spawn town, I think, because that's quite some ways away, and I just want to show you that you don't lose any height using this technique. So I'm just going down again, and now I would turn, and I'll go up. And now down again. And here we are back. Now, moment of truth. Did we gain height? Yeah, you can clearly see we are way higher than the pillar over there is. So let me try to land on it again. The angle wasn't quite right. I put up too early, and so I messed it up a little bit. But with this technique, you can gain height and fly forever, which is just amazing. I really like this. So this is what I will be using for flying around, I think. I don't want to use a punch bow. I don't like the punch bow technique. So this is the way to go for me. And now let's try one more time to get to the platform. Down, and no, that was too late. No, and I messed it up. So yeah, this is the technique that I'm using, and I actually managed to go above render limit with this. So I was just flying around for some time, like 10 minutes, and then at some point you get to the point where your character doesn't get rendered anymore because you're way too high. Maybe I can quickly recreate that for you guys so you can really see that I'm gaining height with this technique. Alright, here we go. You saw it there. Just for one moment I was invisible. Let's do this again, and now each time I will be invisible for a little bit longer because I'm a little bit higher. There we go, invisible. You can't really see that anymore when your legs start to do the funny thing and you need to get your nose down again. But it's kind of perfect because now we are back at the farm even. And we can land a little bit smoother this time, I hope. Yeah, look at this. And there we go, landed. So you get invisible when you're too high with the Elytra, and it really shouldn't be possible that you do that. Although it might have to do something with the wind. So let's call the reason for the Elytra flying upwards being possible just a strong wind here on the server, and that's why we can do the Elytra flying. I'm back up on the tower once more because we want to fly again. I was discussing with the stream viewers what we should do for the episode, and since I haven't mentioned that yet, we are in 1.10. We could search for polar bears now. Of course, the word has been loaded already. We're not starting a new season with 1.10. This is now new Eriador 1.10 instead of new Eriador 1.9. But that's alright. We weren't expecting a 1.10 update that quick. Oh, congratulations. I think that's all achievements for Eureka. Yeah, for the rest of the episode, we thought that it might be cool to search for polar bears. And since we've got the Elytra, we can even, if we find some, bring them back using the Elytra kind of as a helicopter. You will see what I mean. We tested that in single player earlier in the stream and it works, but therefore we need to find new chunks and polar bears. So I will fly for quite some time in this diagonal direction. Actually, I'm not too sure if that is a good idea to just go diagonal. Maybe... yeah, I think I want to go diagonal because I don't think that anybody has been going that way yet. So let's just hope for the best, and I will use the technique that I showed earlier, of course, to fly forever. Sometimes it happens that your elytra doesn't launch, so I hope I can still do that without dying now. Am I already dead? What on earth happened? Oh, there we go. We are flying. Alright. That was scary, I would say. So I will now go down, brake, and land over here. And then do the same thing again. Man, that scared the heck out of me. That's, by the way, the first time I lost my elytra. I actually was, I think, up here. And I wanted to fly for my first time from this awesome tower. On this side it was looking down, wanted to fly, I splashed, and then my elytra was lost, and we couldn't find it, and WC Hammett found it then. It was in the last live stream that I did, and afterwards I checked for how many minutes my elytra was lost, and it was 4 minutes 45 seconds, so a big thanks to WC Hammett. I even gave him some diamonds for that, because I was really happy that he found it then. It almost despawned. But now it's time, I think, to go and search for polar bears. Oh, ice. We are seeing ice here. Yay! So, now it's about bear searching time. I don't know if I can spot them from the sky, so I will just fly around a little bit. But then I think we'll have to walk to find the bears. But I will hover down now slowly. Ooh, it's even ice spikes. Crazy. And then we'll walk around and see if we can find some bears. So we passed some beautiful terrain, and hopefully I will have included some clips of that in the video, because there were some really beautiful places that I really liked, and I of course want to show those to you. But I will run around now in this new chunks here to search for polar bears. Oh, polar bear over there. The first one that I see. Oh, that is amazing. And I think he's without a small one, so in theory, we should be able to get him with us. Alright, guys. this will be our test subject number 1 that we'll try to bring over, but a polar bear on its own is quite lonely, right? He needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody. So I think we should just take him with us and search for a second one. But this guy for sure needs a name then, just in case he dies, so we can name him afterwards and make him a little grave and stuff. Because he's an experimental polar bear that will try to fly back to our place. Oh, there's another one. Crazy. We are so lucky, guys. Amazing. Alright, so polar bear number 2 also needs a name, just in case polar bear number 2 dies. And then we'll try to helicopter to polar bears over. Oh, come on. Aren't you able to move up steps? He might not be able to. Maybe we should leave you down here and get the second one down to you. Here we go. Second polar bear. Oh, this is so crazy, guys. Come on, buddy. So, take a good look at those two fellas, because we'll try to fly them back, which might take forever. But in theory, it should be possible. Hey, please look in my direction. Oh, let's see if they like anything like fish. No, they don't like fish. Do they like wheat? No, they don't like wheat either. Alright, we have to play around with those, make some experiments. Which direction do I need to go? I was looking at this. Negative, negative. Alright, first things first, we need to pillar up. And be quick with that, because they shouldn't take any damage. Ooh, don't fly too high. Calm down, calm down. So, I think it's time to speed this up. Okay, I think that we are high enough to start our adventure. Just making sure once more. This is negative and this is negative as well. So this is the direction we need to fly in to get back to our place. So, whew, I'm really nervous now. Oh, I am. Trust me. But I think I just need to do it, right? The polar copter is here. I hope I don't lose these guys. With the technique, I will fly back. And now I need to focus. No! I think I lost them. Ah! Whew. Good that you put some names in the description, because those two guys, they are pretty dead, aren't they? Ah, I think this needs some more testing. I tested this a little bit in creative and I didn't lose the bear. I can't even tell where they died. Because there should be the leads on the ground, right? And the fish? Ah, that's so annoying. No. Alright, back to testing then. Polar bear 1, polar bear 2, lead, lead, flying. So that's exactly what we did. And then flying. This is working. Test subject number 3. This time I will only try to take one over, so wish me luck. Doesn't seem that the polar bear is still on my lead. But maybe that's just a glitch. Let me try to land here in the water and we'll see if that's just a rendering bug or if he's really gone. Because I can't see him like this. Nope, it doesn't look like the polar bear helicopter, polar bear Elytrocopter is working in multiplayer. So you saw in single player it worked just fine, I could fly them over, but over here I can't seem to get it working. So I think this attempt to get a polar bear over to our spawn failed. And I don't want to waste any more polar bears to this technique. Maybe you can try it on the server if you've got one on your hands, maybe in creative, and tell me your experience with the polar bear Elytrocopter. But for me, I will call it a day for now. Do maybe some more testing myself as well, and fly back to spawn for now. And maybe another day we'll try this again and try to bring over some polar bears. I really don't know why this broke, but I think for this episode this will wrap things up. I hope that you enjoyed it. I definitely did. If you did, then feel free to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share this video with your friends. And I hope then to see you in the next video. Until then, have a great day.